Okay, these are your instructions for the week of February 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, week 5 of the semester. I'll make one video for both 1301 and 1302, so pay careful attention. Okay, if you're in 1301, you have two assignments this week. You have the Chapter 5 quiz and Exam 1. If you're in 1302, you just have Exam 1, but Sunday night you have the works cited list that comes due. Apparently, I goofed up and confused you guys about that, but don't worry, it's not due until next Sunday. I posted in the weekly module more than one. I have a written document with instructions. I have a video giving instructions on how to create a works cited list, otherwise known as a bibliography. Now, the works that you're citing are provided to you because there should be a document there that's whether you're 1301 or 1302, it has the words common assignments. It's common assignments are assignments that are to be assigned all the History 1301 students and all the History 1302 students at Weatherford College. Everybody with the same assignment, everybody with the same topic for their final paper that is assigned, and the sources, the links to the sources are also active there, and or they're supposed to be. If you if you have trouble with that, let me know. Somebody else set that up. I'm not even sure who, but we'll find a way to get that straightened out for you because you do have to have it. Okay, I'll tug you to whoever sleeve I got to tug on. Okay, and that's partly tests how well you can follow instructions. Does it have a heading? Can I tell by looking at it whose it is? Does it follow rules with regard to spacing, type font, type scale, margins, that page numbers, that sort of thing? So, and that's not all it is, but that's definitely there. Okay. Preparing for an exam. The exams are drawn from the supplements, not the regular textbook. My exams have two parts. There's a 25 question multiple choice section. There will be you'll be offered two possible essay questions, of which you will choose and answer one. Each component of the exam will be rated at 50 points. Now, I apply a simple formula to your raw score on the multiple choice to derive how many points you get on that. All you need to know about it is that you are happy about it. Okay, the essays, choose one, answer the essay, and I'm looking, my perfect essay is one that does a good job informing someone, reliably informing anyone who read it and didn't already know an answer. It just has to be clear, logically presented, well written, factual without making up a bunch of stuff, and cover the subject. I first walked into a college class as a teacher in the far off year of 1973, so I've seen just about everything. Don't try to fool me. Okay, not going to happen. Okay, now to prepare for it, at Canvas, under study materials, you have two things for each exam. You have a document that's going to be labeled multiple choice section worksheet. So you get an exam 1 multiple choice section worksheet. There's one for 1301, one for 1302. Those are topics. They're not questions and answers. They're topics. Now, the exams, you're going to see 25 questions. That's going to be randomized out of a test bank of closer to 50 questions. So no two people are going to see exactly the same 25. Okay? So you would take that document, the multiple choice section worksheet, take that to the supplements, and do the best you can with that. When you do that, you're also preparing for the final exam. Okay? The essays, each exam will also have an essay prep document, exam 1 essay prep. What that does is point you, it's short, they're not even, consistent in terms of format and the way they're set up. They point you to general topics that you need to be especially knowledgeable about in order to pass the exam or to write a good essay. please show me some evidence that you did diddly squat. Okay? Don't just walk into this blind. I wrote you a book, for Pete's sake. Make use of it. Okay, got that. All right, now another new thing. This is a departmental requirement, which I'm just now getting set up. But all the instructors have to be available via Zoom. I haven't done this before, so there could be glitches. But starting this week, I'll have appointment times between 11 and noon on Tuesday and Wednesday. Time slots being like 11, 11:15, 11:30, 11:45. And that actually gives me more time than I'm actually required to have. What you would do if you wanted to visit with me directly, for example, 2 or 3 students have expressed a desire to go over chapter quizzes, see what they missed and why. When I taught face-to-face classes, that was standard. I would encourage people to say, hey, struggling, come by my office. We'll go over 2 or 3 of these things. I don't throw away we used to have answer cards. I still have the ones from last spring. But we can go back to do it. I didn't get many takers. We didn't get many takers this time, but this time that it would work for that. But I'll be posting a document explaining how to go on to the Canvas site, and there's a calendar. It's over on the left side. You have these little kind of, they're not brightly lit up, but all these things. One of them is calendar. So it has to do with that. You click on that, and you could select a time slot that would work for you and make the appointment. I need you to do that at least one day in advance. Now, my time slots are set up for the entire semester, not including finals week. Those people don't keep office hours in anyway, even if they are on campus. But the document will explain to you how to sign up for a time slot. You'd be the only one that had it. The time slots that are no longer available will be grayed out. And there's a place there where you can write me a sentence or two explaining, why you need the meeting, so I can be prepared. If you want to go over a chapter quiz, I can. Again, I'm new at this. Hopefully, it won't be too awkward at the start, so I can be ready to do that for you. Since I have a small number of people who will email me informing that they'd like to drop the class. I don't have a problem with that. It's up to you. You're an adult now, as far as we're concerned, and you take care of your own business. What I do is forward that to Student Services with your ID and your last date of activity, and they take it from there. So, I'm not going to ball you out. That when we had people on the campus and I was in my office every day, and people could come by and all that, there was a document you're supposed to have, and we're just, rolling with it right now. The email will get it. Okay, I think that gets us up to date. If you have any questions, email me at owells@wc.edu. Okay. Don't fall behind. Once again, this is a load, and trying to keep up and catch up is at the same time is difficult. Just for clarification, both my classes have exam 1 due by Thursday night. 1301 has the chapter 5 quiz also by Thursday night. 1301's works cited list was due it's going to be due here in 55 minutes. I'm doing this after 11 o'clock on Sunday night. 1302 is not due until next Sunday night. That spreads out the time I have to look at those. Okay, there is one more thing. I'm glad I thought of this. I'm going to try something, not this week, next week, the week of February 15th. Each class has 2 chapter quizzes due that week, and here's what I'm going to do. This is experimental. If you've worked up, say, the chapter study questions in preparation for a chapter quiz, and you have notes that you made in preparation, you may use them when you take the chapter quiz. Not the textbook itself, but any notes that you have taken. Because just the exercise of doing that, I think it would be more of an incentive for you to get into the book and get ready than just saying, okay, just use the book, which was obviously going on quite a bit last fall. I got thoroughly disaffected with this last fall. Like, for example, one time late in the semester, a class with 21 people in it took a chapter quiz, and 19 of them made either 100 or 110. That's why I just, went back to having these things proctored. But if you have made written notes, show them to the webcam before you start. That'll be fine. And you may use them. We'll see how it works. See if it has satisfactory results. Have a good week. Try to keep warm. The coldest weather of the winter, and according to possibility, the coldest weather in about 3 years is coming up around about Thursday, give or take a day. So we'll see. Have a good week, if possible. Okay, 2 more things, maybe 3. We'll see if I can remember them all. The list of sources that you're provided, I told you about the document that says common assignments. At the end of that, it explains about the works cited list, the thesis statement outline. The next will be a quiz you're going to take, where you're distinguishing between primary, secondary, tertiary sources. More on that when time comes. There's the thesis statement outline, assignment, and there's the final paper. That's not due till April, but it tells all about those, and the list of sources is attached to that. It's at the end. I can't remember if it's 1301 or 1302, but one of them, it is also a separate document in this week's Canvas module. Okay, next, on the exam, you'll be offered 2 possible essay questions. Those will be randomized out of a selection of about maybe 4 or 5 possible essay questions. So you'll just answer one of them. And what else was there? Oh my, I should make notes. There was one other thing that I did need to tell you. That's 2. I thought there were 3. Okay. Told you about being able to use notes if you have any. Okay. Maybe I'll add another little codicil here if I remember. So anyway, goodbye again. I remembered. Okay. I try to anticipate and get you past possible things that might confuse you. Okay. At the Canvas side under study materials for each regular textbook chapter, it's going to be like chapter 1 or chapter 23 or whatever, study questions. That's the chapter outline and question form. That is intended to prepare you for a chapter quiz over that chapter. Do not confuse this with the study items, bonus worksheets in the supplements. Okay? Those would help prepare you for a major exam multiple choice question. That's not the ones that will help you on a chapter quiz. Okay? I don't know why this is confusing, but I suspect it's because people are not always paying the closest attention. Could it be? Bye again. This is crazy. I should have made a list. I'm just about out of time. You're going to notice when you go to your chapter, your exam 1, it's going to say not for grade. That's because I have to do a bunch of stuff to it manually. It's going to show you a score. Ignore that. It will probably be low. That is before I've applied the formula to the multiple choice section. That's before I've put in numbers for the essay question, because it sees 2 essay questions and thinks the test's worth a total of 125 points. It's not. So if you answer both of them, I'll probably just read 1. I don't want to read 2. So pick your best shot and go for it. So don't be confused about the not for grade. That is their own purpose.